Hello and welcome to Cappin at the Spa, Sunday edition and the Travers aftermath. What a great and profitable Travers day. I have Daily Double Dan with me on the left and Exacta Box Bobby on the right. Welcome, boys.
Thanks, Geese. Good to be here.
All right, quick recap on yesterday. Great day, fun day, big crowd, beautiful weather, and winners from Cappin at the Spa. If you were listening yesterday, you got a $33 winner in Glorious Empire and the Catholic boys 7-1 in the Travers. The Daily Double paid $300. $16 winner for Catholic boy, still there earlier in the card. 9-1 ran second. If you had him hooked up with the favorite, that was a $50 exacta. And if you took a dollar trifecta box on our 4 selections in the Travers, you would have hit the triple for $1,500 on a $24 play. So those of you who are watching Cappin at the Spa must have had a nice day. And how about Daily Double Dan? Another big day for you.
Yeah, what else is new nowadays here at the spa?
Do you have a new favorite horse now?
Oh, he was already my favorite horse, as I said on the show yesterday, the Travers Day, but talked about previously the highlight of our meet was Voodoo Song winning. Well, now we have a new highlight, Glorious Empire winning. We picked both of them on the show last year, coming into Saratoga and claiming races. This summer, they've evolved in both now won Grade 1 races. Very similar running style. And, Voodoo Song is a big fan favorite and is always 4, 5, 6-1. Whereas, for whatever reason, Glorious Empire has always flown under the radar. We've won on him at 9-1, 23-1, and now 16-1. So, Glorious Empire is up there as our favorite horse.
It's crazy to think about both those horses coming from the claiming ranks last year at Saratoga. Now this year, they're both probably going to be running in the Breeders' Cup, assuming all goes well. Voodoo Song in the mile, Glorious Empire in the turf.
Incredible. And guys like us have been following them the whole time, which is how you make money. All right, we got a few selections for you today. Let's get right to it. Second race, I'm going to go first. It is a main special weight, a mile 16th on the turf. And you had a Chad Brown first timer, 5-2 on the morning line. You got Speedy Solution at 7-2, Wesley Ward coming off 6 furlongs. I'm taking a look at number 9 horse here, Hidden Facts at 15-1, Brian Lynch. This horse has fabulous turf breeding. Tomlinson numbers are great out of the factor. They paid $180,000 for this horse. Bumped after the break in a 5.5 furlong race on the dirt. Pay no mind to that. They just wanted to get the horse in there for a race. Excellent works. Interestingly, he also had the 2-horse Trish the Dish here at 8-1 with very similar profile. Yet if you look, the 2 and the 9 have been working out together many mornings, and the 9 is clearly outworking the 2. So I'm going to take my shot with the 9 horse here, Brian Lynch, 15-1 in race 2. Let's switch it over to Bobby for race 4.
Thanks, Geese. So race 4 is a starter allowance for fillies, 6 furlongs on the dirt. Only a 5-horse field with the scratch of the 1 and the 2. So not going to be a ton of value in here in terms of getting, massive prices. But there is going to be a heavy favorite, the 7, Maho Bay. And I'm going to see if we can beat her with the 6, Leah's Dream. 6-1 on the morning line, Manny Franco, Chris Englehart. Now with the scratches, you're not going to get 6-1, but if we can get 7-2 or 4-1 on this horse, I think we might have a chance to beat this even money shot, which could really blow up the payoffs in the pick 4 and pick 5. This horse is a dedicated speed horse on a dirt track that's been favoring speed over the past few days and has a couple races on her form, both her last race, July 4th at Belmont, and also back in February at Aqueduct, where the speed figures fit right with Maho Bay. The horse also has a great track record at 6 furlongs on the dirt, winning 4 out of 12 starts. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, hey, this horse has a couple races where the speed figures fit with the heavy favorite. It's going to have a pace advantage on that horse as well. So I'm going to look for Leah's Dream to take him all the way in the 4th.
All right, excellent. I think that plane might be flying in more cash for us today. Let's head over to Dan, race 6.
All right, taking a look at race 6, allowance 87,000, mile and a 16th on the turf. I like the 1 here, holiday bonus. I've been on him a couple times, hasn't got the job done yet. You'll notice he's turning back in distance here down to a mile and a 16th, which I like. The last 3 races, the top of the stretch call, he's either in first or within the length of the lead, and wasn't able to close any of them. You'll notice he's 1 for 16 in his life winning, but 8 for 16 finishing in the top 3. So, I mean, very consistent horse. His last 9 races have all been buyers between 80 and 86. I like the pace set up for him here between Dr. Edgar and Harlan's Hunch battling it out again. And, I think he's going to be doing pretty well coming off the pace, and hopefully this turn back in distance can get him a win.
All right, excellent. I think it's all about the timing in that race. It's Irad, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, if he can get a good time this right, because it seems like the horse backs up in the last 16th. If he doesn't time it perfectly. So we're looking for a well-timed ride. Let's head to the 7th, and Bobby has a selection, and I also have a selection in the 7th.
Great, I'll start it off in the 7th. So we got a state bred filly allowance going mile and 16th on the inner turf. This is a really fun race. It's sort of the type of race you love to see up at Saratoga, where you have 12 horses in the race going long on the turf, and they've all run super similar speed figures, right? You got everybody's in this 70 to 76, 77 range. This is exactly the type of race where we like to take a shot with a couple longer price horses. I mean, the 3 favorites are pretty dubious to me. You got 2 Chad Brown horses who have not run any faster than anyone else, and then the 3rd choice, Jody Song, who's coming off almost a year layoff. So the horse I'm looking to take a shot with is Codrington, 15-1 on the morning line, Mike Maker and Carmouche on the ride. This horse showed some nice talent as a 2-year-old, took the winter off, came back as a 3-year-old, and showed pretty steady improvement each race, all the way up to 2 back when she ran pretty well over at Belmont. Last race to me on that yielding turf, not exactly the going she was looking for. I'm going to go ahead and toss that race. And if you just look at those improving races throughout her 3-year-old year, I think she could be ready to step up and run a solid race today. Not that much speed in the race. I think Codrington could sit maybe 2nd, 3rd, maybe 4th-ish, get a nice rail trip, swing out into the turn and run them down. There's a couple other horses in here that have a similar story, where they're coming off a race on a yielding turf that they might not have liked, that might be muddying their form a bit. That'd be the 4 Miss Jen, and Geeze's selection, the 9 Hopes Roar, who I'll let him talk a bit more about.
All right, good. We don't usually go head-to-head here, but we both looked at this race in the same exact fashion, that it's really anybody's race. I like Jorge Abreu, the way that he's been training horses this year. You're talking about 17 horses in the money out of 32 starts. That's over 50% in the money. Again, coming out of the same yielding race, except he actually has a bit of an excuse, 3, 4, 5 wide, steadied. We're looking to just get a nice solid trip here. We're getting Castellano at 10-1, and we're going to take a run with him. So we're certainly going to have that Exacta, and should be a fun stretch run with that many horses. Let's head to the last pick, which is a nice long shot from Danny.
All right, taking a look at race 9, Smart and Fancy, stakes race here, 5.5 furlongs on the turf. I mean, one horse jumped right out at me. We see him running at Saratoga and, Belmont and whatever all the time. Fire Key, listed here at 20-1. Don't know if we're going to get anything near that. I hope so. But if you just take a look at his last 2 races, it ran on a soft turf, didn't take to it at all, and ran off the turf. Throw both of those races out. If he never ran in either of them, it's probably 5-1 in this race. So, I mean, easily talented enough to get this one done. I like him to sit 3rd or 4th the way he does, and, come along the top of the stretch here and head up to 1st place and get it done for us.
All right, that's going to be a nice race for us. We also did with Danny's picks yesterday, capping that last late pick 4. We hit for a nice $4,500 score, and the Cappin at the Spa bankroll swelled a little bit yesterday, and Danny got to be the king of the fire pit last night. So let's hope that Bobby gets to be the king of the pit today.
One of these days.
And let's hope that today is your day.